Allow me to update you on these codes used in text messages. Pag nag-text ng never mind, the meaning actually is, I'm slow, no. Text, basta, meaning, wala naman ako mag-explain. Text, okay. Meaning, boring sa kausap. Text, papunta na ako. Meaning, kakagising ko na. Text, kamusta? Meaning, miss na kita. Text, joke lang. Meaning, pero totoo talaga. And finally, text, try ko. Meaning, asa ka pa. Dahil ang Assumption College ay isang Catholic school, dapat pumili kayo ng boyfriend na mabait at makadiyos. Siguraduhin lang ninyo na hindi siya nagpinisa. Tanong, bakit pareho ang lab at ang Wi-Fi? Pareho silang invisible connection. Pareho silang dahilan para magkaroon ng boyfriend. Malungkot kapag nawala sila, lalo na kung sabay. Ang Wi-Fi para ring sex. Iwasan kung unprotected. Mas lalo mag-ingat kung in public. Ang mga lalaki minsan parang Wi-Fi. Maraming kumakabit. I am very happy to be here among people I imagine to be my daughters. So young, so beautiful, so destined to break so many hearts. We have invited me for Communication Week, which is altogether apt, because there are so many forms of communication, not only to your generation, such that you have almost invented a new code among yourselves. Allow me to update you on these codes used in text messages. Pag nag-text ng never mind, the meaning actually is, I'm slow, no. Text, basta, meaning, wala naman ako mag-explain. Text, okay. Meaning, boring sa kausap. Text, papunta na ako. Meaning, kakagising ko na. Text, kamusta? Meaning, miss na kita. Text, joke lang. Meaning, pero totoo talaga. And finally, text, try ko. Meaning, asa ka pa. Dahil ang Assumption College ay isang Catholic school, dapat pumili kayo ng boyfriend na mabait at makadiyos. Siguraduhin lang ninyo na hindi siya nagpinisa. Tanong, bakit pareho ang lab at ang Wi-Fi? Pareho silang invisible connection. Pareho silang dahilan para magkaroon ng boyfriend. Malungkot kapag nawala sila, lalo na kung sabay. Ang Wi-Fi para ring sex. Iwasan kung unprotected. Mas lalo mag-ingat kung in public. Ang mga lalaki minsan parang Wi-Fi. Maraming kumakabit. Many good things are produced by Assumption College, and it is the least I can do to come here at the time when the Senate is going to go into session at 3 o'clock this afternoon. What I tell you is no great sacrifice to miss the Senate. In the Senate, I'm always bothered by the suspicion that I'm surrounded by idiots. So I make Social Secretary ask, you prefer to go to sanction or you prefer to go to assumption? I said, assumption, because they have higher IQ there. For over a year now, inflicted with chronic fatigue syndrome. Yung ito ka naman ang paligid ng mga senador na yung mga politiko na yun, chronic fatigue. So this evening, I will pray to Saint, I just remember, I should pray to Saint Marie Eugenie. If I get well, then I will remain in politics and threaten them all with death instantaneous. If I don't get well, then maybe I'll just go to the International Criminal Court. You have asked me to speak on social justice and responsibility for communicators. Good governance is founded on the participation of civil society in the government's decision-making process and in instituting the rule of law. Don't anticipate it is going to be boring. Pag-usapan kasi natin ang batas. Akala niyo kung sino kami kagalang-galang at kahanga-hanga ng mga senador dahil Amerikana kami at palagi kami naka-makeup, hapon-hapon, lumalabas kami sa television. Actually, hindi sila nakikinig. Marami sa kanila hindi nakakaintindi kung ano pinag-usapan. Halimbawa, tatanong ko sila kung voting na. Kasi pag voting, natawag yung pangalan mo isa-isa alphabetically. Eh, yung una ko palagi dahil di ako Defensor Santiago. Tapos yung mga later on in the alphabet, will always ask, Miriam, ano ba boto natin? Yes or no? So I'll say, for example, I voted yes, and then they will always burn on themselves. Yes tayo, yes tayo. That's why I sometimes act like that. You have to understand the context in which I'm performing. Kung minsan naman, late na siya dumating, si Senator. Tapos tatanong siya, ano ba pinag-usapan ngayon? May pagpaperahan ba tayo? Kaya alis din siya. Even worse in the House of Representatives. So do not be intimidated by these high words, democracy, liberty, permissiveness, authoritarianism. These are carried out by people exactly like you and me. There is no need to be intimidated by these lawmakers. UNESCO posits that good governance will flourish if people actively fight corruption, defend human rights, demand transparency and accountability by government, and look for ways to reduce poverty in our country. This means that we have to invest time in making sure that the government works for the welfare of its citizens. Going to the streets, sending letters to errant officials, commenting on social media sites. All these are ways of participating in the political process and in ensuring that the government does its job. If we want change, we have to work for it. You may think that you are just a student whose voice is too small to be heard, but if there are enough advocates and like-minded individuals, the government will be forced to listen to the people. The sense of entitlement is what makes our government corrupt. Remember, in the past, these marching voices were even able to topple two Filipino presidents who failed to listen to the people. I respectfully encourage you to broaden your knowledge of what happens outside your school. By knowing more about your surroundings, you will be able to formulate opinions and make informed decisions when participating in the political arena. Getting involved in social issues will lead you not only to sympathize, but also to empathize with others and to see their problems as your own. For example, you may think that human rights violations, such as the killing of journalists, is not your problem. But you must remember that the guarantee of the inviolability of human rights, such as the right to life, freedom of speech, and access to information is a precondition for a functioning society. Stop right at now. In addition to the microphone system, we have the mic. There is no such thing as a perfect government or a perfect society. But through your participation in the government's decision-making process and in instituting the rule of law, the government is forced to become responsible for and to its citizens rather than rule with an authoritarian hand over them. Role of media in good governance. Another foundation of good governance is an independent and strong media. The media should be free to probe, monitor, and criticize government policies and state actions. Known as the fourth estate, because there are three branches of government, so media was supposed to be the fourth branch of government. The media plays a crucial role in disseminating information and in ensuring that players in the political field do not abuse the democratic process. The media serves as the eyes and ears of the people, especially in areas where face-to-face participation by the citizens is not possible. Media helps the people remain vigilant and helps to form public opinion. Thus, independent media that not only increase awareness among the people, but also drives them to participate more in the public arena. For example, it is through the media that we are able to determine the openness and transparency of the elections. It is also through them that we found out about the pork barrel scam. Pero mo yun pala, kahirap-hirap kumita ng pera. Once you start working in the career market, you realize that just finding a job is an effort. That will be your problem. After college, some of you might be so civic-minded that you might be compelled to join the political arena. Pero paano ka manalo? If you're an honest person, if your parents earn their money honestly, you can spend 500 million, much as 1 billion, 2, 3, 15, 20 billion, just to buy the voters. Dahil natural, pag nag-invest ka, di kailangan, papawiin mo yan pag nanalo ka. So it becomes a vicious cycle. Anyway, gano'n ang ginagawa nila. Noon, may proyekto sila, pero substandard, dahil kinakaltasan nila. Ngayon, hindi na talaga sila nakakaltas dahil wala ng proyekto talaga. Wala ng kalsada, wala ng tulay, wala ng eskwelahan. Naghatian na lang sila ng NGO. In the first place, NGO stands for non-governmental organization. That means they are not part of government. So why are they so active in spending government funds? That is inexplicable. That is why what is happening today before our eyes is going to be one of the most crucial landmarks of political corruption in the history of our country. Our leaders are robbing us blind. The media determines what is newsworthy and what is not. Here we come to another problem. We know what is going on through the medium or the filter of a newspaper or a radio broadcast or a TV broadcast. So in effect, we don't have direct access to what is happening. So we know what happens only because someone told us so. Radio, TV, or print. So in effect, they filter our information and they help to shape our information. On the one hand, this is a positive effect with the media bringing to the open controversial issues and information which an ordinary citizen would not be able to access. Ako lang gusto kong magtanong sana, bakit pagkatapos ng mga news ka, balita agad? Balita ka yan? And after our newscast, we have terrible news about the Malaysian airline in this day and age of high technology, and we have no idea where it is. They now have drones that can pinpoint from a satellite outside our planet an exact house in an exact street with an exact person there, and they send a drone and kill the person. But now we have a situation where 300 people inside. Have its fate undetermined for several days running. Anyway, ang dami natin balita. Ang away sa Ukraine between the Russia and the Western powers led by the United States and so on and so forth. Bakit pagkatapos ng newscast, ito na ang daigdig ng mga bituin. I don't think that is a sense of social responsibility. Tapos, pumangkurak na feminista. Nang nababasa mo, nahihilot ng tao na kurap. Dahil meron silang reporters or editors na kung bayaran mo, pupurihin ka beyond recognition o kaya sisiraan sa laban mo na to the extent na kung ano-anong sinungaling ang ginagawa nila. Pero, ang media itself is not an all-powerful entity. Some of the obstacles you have to face are censorship, denial of access to government information, restrictive laws, heavy fines, and even imprisonment for reporting against the government. I remember when I was the youngest RTC judge in all Philippines, a case was brought to martial law students of UPenn Ateneo because they had a street demonstration, and they were all issued warrants of arrest and sent to jail at the time when they were about to take their final exams for graduation. I heard that case morning, noon, and night. Today they're asking, can you ever finish the case against the pork barrel? Please. My answer is yes, you can, if the judge is determined. What I did was, you set aside all the cases, and you heard all the witnesses morning, noon, and night. And you can finish it in 2 months' time, as I did. I ordered, as a judge, that even if it was martial law, the Army should release some 50 students of UPenn Ateneo because when the civil government walks in, the military government walks out. That was my encapsulation of my position. Always we should have a civil government. If there's any information of a direction of our march toward military government or martial law, we should always oppose it. Power of social media. Social media encourages participatory democracy. Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube are the big 3 social media services where large numbers of people can easily and inexpensively contact each other through a variety of services. Other social media platforms such as Tumblr and Instagram also play an active role in gathering people to share their opinions and experiences. Social media, therefore, lowers traditional socio-economic barriers, expanding the spotlight. The power of the rich politicians becomes more porous, and the political warlords have less control. Ang ibig sabihin ito, dati, kailangan mayaman ka, may-ari ka ng radio o ng radio station o ng TV channel para makapagyarihan ka, ikaw ang namimili kung anong dapat ibalita sa taong bayan. Ngayon, hindi na ganyan, kalit na, almost. Revolutionary change has taken place because hindi na makontrola ng mga warlords ang ating media because of the social media phenomenon. Anyone can say anything and anyone can read anything. So, yung power to control the flow of media has already been negative or negated by the social media. That is why I venture to predict before you the future of political warfare will take place online. Even a Senate public hearing on a person who is said to be a witness in the pork barrel scam. His name is Dennis Cunanan. He's the director of the Technology Resource Center. Ngayon ang pagtatanong ay, pwede ba siya mag-state witness? Ang state witness ay, akusado siya, pero dahil takot siya, naparusahan siya, makulong siya, sabi niya, sasabihin ko na lang ang totoo. Basta, huwag na niyo akong litisin pa. That is a state witness. In effect, acquitted na siya, but ang sabihin niya katotohanan sa krimen niya. Ngayon sabi ni Ibang Senador, hindi siya pwedeng state witness. Dahil, napapatunayan na tumatanggap pala siya ng pork barrels, commissions or kickbacks. Di, walang kwenta pala siyang tao. Kaya hindi siya nakaka-state witness. My answer is this. Under the rules of court, Rule 119, Section 17, a person, an accused of a crime, can become a state witness and therefore the state will no longer subject him to trial but in effect will declare him to be acquitted of the crime provided he meets 5 characteristics, and one of them is that he should not be the most guilty. That is what the law says. Provided that it appears that the person is not the most guilty. Ngayon, komentaryo dito, nakakamali sila. Akala nila, not the most guilty means the least guilty. Nagkamali sila. They do not understand fully the ramifications of the language used by the law. That is why, young ladies, when you take, if you like analysis, and if you like discipline of thought, you should take up law. It is true that in law, every word matters. And it is also true that law is nothing but a series of technicalities. People are always saying, bakit itong mga abogado kahiling nila sa technicalidad? That is because these technicalities are the result of centuries of human experience. That is our experience in finding guilty those who have committed a crime and in acquitting those who have been wrongly accused of a crime. In any event, this Cunanan mini controversy stems from the fact that although the law says the person should not be the most guilty, those who are commenting are thinking that what the law means is the person should be the least guilty. So there's a mistake there. In my view, Cunanan, even if he may have been caught telling a lie, he is qualified to become a state witness because of a long line of decisions made by the Supreme Court. When we have a law in the book and we're not sure what it means, and there's a case decided in the Supreme Court, that case will usually explain what the law says. And that is what I mean when I say that in a long line of cases, the Supreme Court has already ruled that even a person is caught telling a lie, he can still be a reliable witness. Anyway, that is a technical point. And I just wanted to bring it up because it also involves the subject matter of our subject matter this afternoon, communication. It's just a failure of communication between lawyers and those who are laymen and cannot appreciate why the law is so technical. So let me conclude. It is extremely difficult to stop corruption and poverty in our country. Kasi kalagitnaan na tayo eh. We are the sandwich generation, na sandwich na tayo by those who were demoralized after World War II and all the thieving and the racketeering that happened after that because we underwent almost unbelievable destruction at the hands of invaders. So, it's not an easy job to say, I'm not come here to say, madali lang yun. No, it's extremely difficult. Sisiraan ka, gagawan ka ng istorya. Tapos, baba pa ng sweldo mo. If you stick to your legal salary, konti lang kikitain mo eh. Bakit ka ngayon, tatagal doon sa trabaho mo yun? Why will you stay? Why don't you just go for another job abroad or in the private sector? This question was answered by a very famous poet. In fact, a religious poet. And she wrote this poem, which I would like to recite to you in part, called The Battle Hymn of the Republic. He said, "Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. He is trampling out the vintage where the grapes of wrath are stored. He has loosed the faithful lightning of his terrible swift sword. His truth is marching on. In the beauty of the lilies, Christ was born across the sea, with a glory in his bosom that transfigures you and me. As he died to make men holy, let us die to make men free, while God is marching on." Thank you very much, ladies and